In this video, we are going to be going over the magical world of Hogwarts Legacy as we review recent gameplay footage that has been getting released by multiple channels. We'll be going over game specs, playability, character customization, spells, defense, and a lot more. Be sure to stick around for the end of the video where we will be going over details on how you could win your own free standard copy of Hogwarts Legacy on Steam. We will also be discussing what we believe is an unreleased crazy endgame mount. Special shout out to Craze Gaming and Jorah Raptor for the gameplay footage that they released, and let's dive in. Hogwarts Legacy is set to release on February 10th for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, April 4th for PS4 and Xbox One, and July 25th for Nintendo Switch. Now, if you are a PC player, then this game will be a little demanding on the PC if you are trying to max things out. Otherwise, the minimum requirements are really not too bad with an Intel Core i5 6600 or an AMD Ryzen 5, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960 or an AMD 470. In order to play this game at 60 FPS at 1080, you will need an i7 8700 or a Ryzen 5 3600 with a 1080 Ti. Or if you want to play this game at 1440p, then the stakes get a little bit higher, requiring you to have an AMD Ryzen 7 5800 or an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080. And the biggest of them all, if you are intending on playing this game on ultra settings, 60 FPS 4K, then you are going to need a hefty AMD Ryzen 7 5800X with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. Now, for everything that we've seen online so far, this game looks phenomenal. The lighting, vegetation, castle doors, character development, clothes, hairs, eyes, flying books, lighting, ray tracing capabilities look phenomenal, including setting your fellow students on fire. Now, another thing that Jorah Raptor covers is playing the game in 30 FPS and 60 FPS and the true differences when it comes to graphic settings. You can see that in 30 FPS compared to 60 FPS, they change a lot of lightings and graphics along with a lot of character details. Now, one thing that I am not clear on and that I would love to get a little more details on is, do you have just those two options for console players, or will there be different limitations to the graphic settings? And then obviously on PC, I'm assuming that there will be a lot more options in being able to balance these kinds of things out, especially for those of us that have more powerful PCs. Now, when it comes to character customization, they spared no expense. In this game, you can go ahead and customize everything from hairs, eyes, glasses, scars, skin color, voices, clothes, robes, gloves, and even eyebrows until your heart is content. And outside from even just the customization of the aesthetics of your character, there's going to be a lot of in-game details when it comes to customizing your attacks and defenses specializations, which will all also be affected by the clothes that you wear. Lastly, what we know of is that you are also going to be able to customize how you get around the map, in that you will have at least the selection of 3 guaranteed different types of mounts, whether it is a broom and 2 different rideable characters, the Griffin or the Thestral Beast mount on the pre-ordered Deluxe Edition. Otherwise, there is also speculation that at the very end of the game, there could be a 4th mount, which we will release those details at the end of this video. Now, developers have confirmed that there should be 35 hours of campaign gameplay with an additional 45 hours of side quests, totaling 80 hours if you're looking to get to a 100% completion on this game. Now, when it comes to the combat systems, you can tell that the developers have spent a good portion of their time on this. When it comes to all of the spells, you will have a total of 23 of them with some different essentials that you can use, and during the tested gameplay, you will have 2 wheels with the potential of what it almost looked like 4 that we could have in the full game. Now, along with having different spells for combats, you will also have shields that you can put up, dodging and parrying. When it comes to actual dodging and parrying, there will be indicators on the screen telling you if the attack that is coming your way needs to be parried or dodged based on the yellow and red indicators. Now, when it comes to the shields, from what I can tell, it looks like if the enemy is putting up a purple shield, it will require you to cast a purple spell in order to break that shield. Same thing when it comes to the yellow shields, you will need to cast a yellow spell. Now, this is not to go and say that you can't cast something else, but from what we can actually tell, it looks like that's going to be the most effective way to break those defenses. Now, through Jorah Raptor's gameplay experience and posted gameplay, he did show that there will be some additional side quests like solving mysteries around the castle, helping out fellow students, finding scrolls, helping out additional side players and or friends, and there will also be some mini games that you can go ahead and play around the castle and the grounds, like Summoner's Court here, to gain some additional experience and potentially learn some additional spells. Now, it has also been confirmed that Quidditch will not be a game that you can play in this current playthrough, but a lot of people are hoping that they will add Quidditch as a game in a DLC. But when you visit the Quidditch arena, it does look like there's a podium here where there could be a potential Quidditch racing game here set in the full game. Now, a lot of players that have been posting their footage online have been showing this mission where you go ahead and you set this dragon free. After you set the dragon free, you shoot a spell up into the air, lighting the ceiling of the tent on fire, which then frees the dragon, releasing him up into the air. The developers then posted the other day on their Twitter account asking if this dragon was friend or foe to you, which could have just been simply them going ahead and getting people excited about the game and asking what people actually did in this mission, if you freed the dragon or kept him inside of his cage. But before you actually enter into this mission area, there is an area where you can go ahead and pick up a dragon egg. What this alludes to, in where Jorah Raptor had asked people, if you think that this will be a endgame mount, I firmly do believe that this will be a very endgame mount, obviously because this wouldn't make any sense to get it in the middle of the game, but there seems to be enough hints or clues where this is definitely a strong possibility. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below, if you think that this is actually going to be a rideable mount at the end of the game or not. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, as we are a small channel trying to grow, we would greatly appreciate the support. Also, to show all of our new subscribers our appreciation, we are doing a Hogwarts Legacy Standard Edition free giveaway on Steam with a link in the bio down below on how to go ahead and get signed up for this. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.